hell is this? This isn't my planet. Time to take photos. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Yes. And the plot thickens. Okay, let's render unto Kaisar. Let us render unto Kaisar. Pimani. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okie dokie. Hello, all. Welcome to the stream. I am Paul Mosley Hanton. It's Friday, January 28th, and we are going to be shooting some photos in Fallout tonight. We call a Fallout Photography Friday, or Photography Fallout Fridays, or Friday Photography Fallout, or Friday Fallout Photography. What, you know, it's whatever orientation of those three words is totally fine. But that's what we're shooting. Shooting some photos in Fallout 76. If you've missed what we've done previously on any other stream or most of the other streams, you can check it out on the YouTube. And I suggest, you just like and subscribe there and follow here if you're interested in photography stuff, especially in-game photography stuff, because we do a lot of that on the stream. Yesterday we did Zelda Breath of the Wild photography. Got some pretty cool shots in there, which eventually will be up on the YouTube. I was a little behind on my catalog for the YouTube page, so apologies that they're Paul. I never say sorry, but I apologize a lot. I hadn't uploaded quite a few things for at least like a month or so, just dragging my feet on it, dragging ass. So I apologize for that, but most of the things will end up on there eventually. Not everything necessarily, but most things. And a lot of what we do here is actually just kind of preparation for building some streamlined type videos explaining the photography in, at least in this game, Fallout 76. For now, I know we've basically been playing a lot of the same games, and again, it's kind of all in service of building. Thumbs up, nice, zang, I like it. All in service of prepping for these videos that I will, explain the photography in said game. So in this case, Fallout 76, I have a lot to say about it because I play this game quite a bit outside of the photography realm. Although this game currently, as far as my ratings go, is the best in-game photography game to play. That's not a true photography game. I mean, I wouldn't count Pokemon Snap because that is a photography oriented game. Although we are going to play that here. I have plans to play both the original Pokemon Snap and also the second Pokemon Snap, which I kind of just received as a Christmas gift of sorts. So anyway, plans to do quite a few different games. I think the three that the three main ones that I have this photography in said game developed so far. We have Fallout 76, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and what will be a very quick and easy video about Spelunky, because that game, it's very simple, but again, it has a camera item which I would like to describe the function of and what I like and don't like about it and all that stuff, what I think is cool about it. And those are the three games that we've played the most here on the stream. We also just started a Fallout 4 stream, which is a little bit different, but because there's no actual in-game camera item to shoot with in that game. But that game is actually what spurned my interest in-game photography to begin with. I was wishing very much while I was playing that game to be able to take photos of some kind. And I'm sure you folks that play on PC might have had some sort of ability to shoot in that game in some way. There might have been a better type of photography system or portrait system or something. I don't know if it's that much different. I could be wrong. Maybe it's exactly the same. I'm not sure. I've never been a PC player. Always been a console player. Sue me. I know it's subpar. Okay, I bow to you PC peeps. I actually do really wish that my Fallout 76 character was actually on PC, because very few people could play it on Mac. Actually, nobody plays it on Mac because I don't think it's available. But very few people play it on PlayStation and Xbox. More people play it, and more serious people play it on computer. Or on PC. So it's it's frustrating, but it's fine. It's fine. Either way, there are slight differences usually in the different ports, and sometimes they omit items. And so, for all I know, there could be a better photography system in Fallout 4 on PC, or at least, again, a way, not necessarily in-game photography item, which is what we're going to play with here tonight, but even just a way to do snapshots of your player, if there's some sort of portrait mode. I'm not sure because I never played it on PC, but if you do know, obviously let me know. I'd love to know. Maybe I'll explore that as we get into the Fallout 4 photography series as well. But anyway, the Fallout 4, it's kind of just for fun, collecting cool stuff. We're going to build a camera store. One of my big dreams of that streaming will be to build a storefront, because you do have the ability to build actual places you can buy and sell things at your camps that you establish in that game, or your workshops that you establish in that game. So we're going to build some photo-based workshops, do some fun stuff with that, because there is an in-game camera item that you can collect that looks like a real camera, which they had based off of the Brownie Hawkeye right here. But you can't shoot with this in Fallout 4, but we can display it, make it look cool, make it look like a camera store. One of my first jobs, if not actually, I'm pretty sure it was my first job. I think just technically because I was doing stuff like dog sitting and pet sitting and stuff as a younger fellow, but my first real job when I turned 16 was working at a camera store that both of my older brothers also worked at. It was a bit of a family history there for you. But I would build this camera store in that game slowly. We'll do that eventually. Follow the We Take All series if you're interested in that. But anyway, there's no way to shoot photos in that game, so we're gonna play around with that in a kind of a silly way, at least in terms of its relation to photography, because we're just gonna, like I said, build kind of a camera store. And I thought it'd be cool to recreate my little studio setup here in some kind of way, might be kind of fun. So we're going to do that. But very different than what we're going to do tonight. So again, check out the YouTube if you want to see what we've done in the past. And yeah, hope everyone's having a great night. It is Friday, so I hope you're ready for the weekend. If you had a hard week, kick back, relax. Let's have some fun. There's going to be no worries from now on, as long as you're on my stream. That's the rule. No worries, no stress, and no fear, like the clothing brand. We talked about that a little bit last stream. And the first thing we're going to do, if you are unfamiliar with the kind of photography that we do here, not only I have posted some things that we shoot here on Instagram, but it's pretty limited in terms of how much we shoot on there, or how much I post on there so far. I plan on ramping that up a little bit more. I say this almost every stream, but I'm a terrible social media person, okay? Terrible with social media. I'm terrible with my phone in general. I often do not know where it is. I'm bad. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better, especially now that we've started this. Oh, Radiation Rumble popped. This really good event just popped up, but we're not going to do it. It doesn't fit with the prototype. Anyway, again, hope everyone's having a good week. Obviously, I'm very open to suggestions. If you have a type of image that you would like to see, I'll do my best to put it in the game, try to capture it in the game. No promises, though. Sometimes people ask for things. Actually, I don't know if anybody's asked for anything too impossible. We've gotten close. Ramp it up. Yeah, I'll ramp it. You want to ramp it? It's been ramped. Consider it ramped. Very, very high. It's like a very steep ramp, too. It's like you're shooting right out of there. But yeah, we're going to shoot these guys. We're going to launch some people in the air. And the first thing we're going to do is review what we've shot previously. I have to clear my camera roll a little bit. It is unfortunate that we have a bit of a limitation in terms of how many photos we can take. That has been a issue in both Zelda and this game. It's a little bit worse in Zelda just because I can't download anything and save it. It's impossible to get a real good, nice, clean looking image out of Zelda. But in this game, we have the ability to actually record full screen, no overlay, no distortion images straight from the game. I mean, even the PlayStation, my PS5 does automatically record every photo that I take in the game and saves it to that hard drive. And then I'm also backing it up on top of that onto another external hard drive for redundancy, of course. And we will be developing over time, which is actually more relevant, is the Pro Snap Camera Club website that hopefully we will develop into an actual club that people can join. There's a lot of cool like Pro Snap stuff that I'm trying to like bring into the real world. And one of those big projects that we're doing is using what they've based the in-game camera model off of, which is this camera, the Argus C3. The camera that we're shooting with in-game is based off of this camera model, and we're going to customize this camera to look and be branded. Right now it says Argus, but in the game it will have the Pro Snap branding label on it. And so I plan on completely customizing this camera. I say completely. It's really not all that much work, because you just replace these leather camera covers with the one that's similar to the one we use in the game, which I've already purchased. Is a great place to buy custom camera covers for this camera and a lot of other old classic cameras, and I will share all that information at some point when we get to it. But we're just going to replace these leather camera cover with a wood grain camera cover for the first one that we do. If I enjoy that experience and it seems interesting, maybe we'll do a couple more of these or something. But we're going to customize these. I have all the documentation the user manuals, and I have some old advertisements for this camera and stuff, and I'd like to scan those, customize those as well to have the ProSnap branding label, and be more Fallout centric. Maybe add some Fallout stuff in there. But then there's also cool stuff like on the back of my camera in game, which I'll show you in a second. There is a ProSnap Camera Club sticker that's really cool that I would like to emulate, not copy. You understand? I'm gonna make adjustments so that it becomes mine. But we could develop those, and then maybe add those to the ProSnap Camera Club website. And if you join, maybe you get some stickers or something, and maybe like a starter pack of cards. Because I think something that would be cool to do with these images would be to create little trading card type things. But all in the works, and it's all up in the air. Maybe some of that stuff doesn't happen. But there is the ProSnap Camera Club website where I do plan on posting. If these images don't end up on Instagram, all this type of photography, or at least a lot more of it, because on Instagram I feel like I'd be more limited to post. I'd be posting less of these type of images. Where on ProSnap Camera Club, it's going to be a higher number of images posted, at least of this type. So check that out if you are interested in seeing. That has a good amount of the pictures from a long time ago. I haven't updated that for a while, which again, apologize, but it's in the works. It's on the way. I don't think there's anything else. I think we can get started, unless y'all have anything to say. Hope everyone's having a good night. Again, enjoy yourself. Sit back, kick back, kick your feet up, and relax a little bit. Have some fun. Let's have some fun. This whole thing is supposed to be pretty fun. So I hope you all enjoy the show. Like I said, the first thing we're going to do is look at the images that we've taken on the past streams, edit these down so that we have a manageable amount of images. It is the week. Yeah, it's the weekend, dude. It's the weekend. So just relax, cheers, grab a beverage, be responsible, but grab a beverage of your choosing. And let's have some fun, man. I've been looking forward to the weekend like all day. No, just kidding. Like all week. Been looking forward to the weekend. It's time to relax. It's time to have fun. Although technically I'm working, I guess. I consider this work, so if I can have fun while I'm at work, you can definitely have fun watching. And if you don't have fun, let us know in the comments, and we'll talk about it. And we will make you have fun. You're not gonna have fun. I'm gonna make you have fun. I'm just kidding. I don't know how I would make people have fun, but I definitely convince you to have fun. I tried my best to convince you. Oh, radiation rumble. Oh, it's gone. It's so hard to not do radiation rumble. Don't get me started on the Rayra. Anyway, images that we took last time. I don't think we didn't really get much. I didn't really enjoy all that many photos that we took last time. Anyway, we got a bunch of good stuff. I'm not gonna delete any of these originals. So many of these will always be on here unless we get one that's so similar that we just can cut it. But for now, most of these are gonna stay. Although, again, yeah, if we get stuff that's similar, like this is obviously the oldest shot on here. Take some more photographs like a journalist. Yeah. I know that we generally do this on a private server, and we've only done it like once or twice in public. But that's mainly because I can't do what I do here without pissing people off. What my build here, which is an explosives build, it's a very frustrating build to play with. It's obnoxious. Until recently, it was detrimental. It was detrimental to other players because as you can see, we launch people pretty far. We launch them pretty far away. They literally reach the moon in some cases. I mean, no, he didn't reach the moon. It's a few thousand miles off, but it appears as if he is at the height of the moon. But this will bother people if I do this online. So when we play online, it kind of completely changes the way we have to play. Although we have done that. I just uploaded what I believe was the first, and I could be wrong, but the first stream that we played publicly and took photos of other players. The other thing is a privacy thing. I do want to protect people's privacy, and I know you don't necessarily want to be featured on a stream, although that is also kind of the nature of online gaming. You don't have the ability to hide your username or anything, so I would trust that everybody is okay with at least their username being shown on screen while we're streaming, but everybody's different. Some people might not like that, so I'm just a little hesitant about being online. But if you look at the YouTube, again, follow the YouTube, subscribe, follow, much appreciated. I just uploaded, again, one of the first times, or at least one of the most extensive plays that we had, shooting other people in the game. And we'll do more of that. Believe me, we'll do more. Like, don't sweat it. Don't stress. No stress. I'm not that stoked on this photo of the Mothman. First of all, my image could switch positions again. I am positioned down here for Zelda Breath of the Dubs. I should be up here. But then I blocked the moon, so I'm glad you got to see that moon. The moon's up there in the corner. It's great. This shot, I don't know. It's just not that great. So let's just delete it. Again, I have all these saved. There's no reason I need to hold on to these. This shot's okay, but kind of overall pretty sloppy. So let's just delete that. I'm going to try to be better about getting quick about my reviews. I do like breaking down what I do and don't like about these, but it also ends up taking a lot of the stream time. I mean, look, we're at 30 minutes, and I've basically just been ranting, although I guess I probably didn't get on until like 10 minutes into the actual start of the stream. So maybe we've done 20 minutes of me ranting, but you know what? That's just how it is. Either way, I would try to be quicker about getting rid of these images. This shot's okay. This is in the Ash Heap region, which is where we shot this. Very difficult to get pleasing photos. It's just such a dirty atmosphere in this region, and the images never end up looking that great, with the exception of some of these sunset shots. I love the way that sun just glows red behind the clouds. It looks absolutely beautiful, and we've tried to incorporate some of the landscape and architecture in the shots, which we'll try to do more of. These. But anyway, this shot is pretty freaking rad, isn't it? But either way, I don't think it's that great, so let's just delete that. Again, I have all these saved, so I only really want to save the best of the best. I actually really like this close-up, so I'm going to hold on to this for now. Close-ups are pretty tough to come by. A little more difficult to shoot. This is another good close-up. Little legs cropped out at the top of the frame shot, which is very similar to this shot of the bust of this person just cropped out of the side, which I actually like this one better than the second one with the legs cropped out, but similar in theme and vibe. And a big draw to this, or a big dream of mine is to get these shots of the full silhouettes against either the moon or the sun. So I really do try for that type of imagery. And this was the first time we got a full silhouette against the moon, and I was pretty proud of this. I was pretty proud. I think this was during, I want to say this was during the Halloween stream that we did, if I'm not mistaken. I was very excited when we got that. I've been trying to get the shot for a long time, and this isn't even the best example. I mean, this shot, in all honesty, is not that great. But I will hopefully get more of these type of images, and then we can just delete this one. For now, it's staying. Again, I'm trying to... You said you're going to be quick about this, P. Okay, so we'll keep that one. This one's okay. I do like these bright blue bright day shots when the sky is very vivid and blue like that, and it's got those beautiful puffy clouds. It makes for a very interesting looking image. So I like these, but I don't know. This one's not particularly great. So let's just delete it. This one I actually did end up really liking, but there's some blood on the lens. So some dirty tree branches. Not enough of that architecture on the left, bottom left side, bottom left corner to really know what that structure is that we're looking at. That's the church, and I would love a good shot of the church like this, but this isn't the best example. This one's just cool. I like his pose. I like the subject's pose, and the fact that they're right in front of the moon is pretty cool. They get that double shadow, or at least that shadow projected in front of them. That always looks kind of rad. Anyway, deleting it. This one as well is okay. Very centralized in terms of where the subjects are placed in the frame, and then we have that spire from the church on that bottom left corner that I do not like, so let's delete that one. I'm going to try to get more of these shots. I actually really liked the way these came out with these Abandoned Hope totems. These were part of the Mothman Equinox event that was it's something periodically that they're going to have in the game, but for whatever reason they remain in that area regardless of the event being over, so they end up being some pretty funny structures to pose or to compose with these NPCs flying. Abandoned Hope, and this guy's just flying. But I'd hope to get something even better. I will keep that shot for now, also to remind us. Here's another ash heap shot. Again, it just doesn't have that cool, colorful, majestic vibe, magical vibe that I'm kind of going for with a lot of these images of the people flying. So I don't know. This one's not that great. Let's delete it. This was a 5-for-1 super mutant deal, because this is five super mutants up in the air, all in the same image. I'm pretty proud of that. Probably our first fiver. Definitely first fiver of super mutants. If there's enemies clustered, it's very difficult to get this because the enemies have to all be clustered together, and then their trajectory has to be similar so that they kind of are in the same area for me to shoot. Because if they spread out too much, it's hard to compose them in one shot. So it's very difficult. Usually honestly, anything more than one NPC in flight ends up being really complicated, and I've only gotten a few. Like, this is the only real twofer keeper that we've had. Like, this is going to stay with us forever. Again, the color here is absolutely amazing. The clouds look great. There is a momentum to the way that both the bodies are oriented. There's kind of like a little bit of a spiral feel to it, so it really stands out. Pro tips, yeah, I got some pro tips. These are Paul tips. You want some of my tips in you? I can put my tip. I can just get that tip out, dude, and you can have it. You want my tip? Because I got tips. Called Paul tips. Paul's pro tips. Right in ya. But these are very, very difficult to get. Multiple images, multiple NPCs in flight at the same time. Very difficult to get. So this 5-for-1 was quite magical. And so I kind of want to keep... There's nothing really other than that, though. I mean, I love the way the clouds look, and the sun, I believe, might be going down right there. And it does have a vibe to it, but I don't know. Otherwise, it's pretty messy. So, like, let's just delete... Is that JFK? Is that a little J? Yes. Anyway, let's delete this one. It's like, I don't know. It's not that great. This shot's pretty cool. This is kind of a close-up. My follower goal is kind of blocking it, which is not correct, dude. That follower goal... I think technically I have 39, which is a great time if you're new to the stream and you like photography or in-game, what I like to call photography, or if you just like Fallout in general. It's a great place to spend your time, because we're going to be doing a lot of that. Not only real photography, but in-game photography and in-game photography in Fallout. So good place to follow. Good place to be. Anyway, that follower goal, I think it's at 39 technically. But anyway, how many days do you have? 2 days to go? Dude, I need 10 followers in 10 days. 2 days, 10. Oh. Either way, this shot's not that great. Let's delete it. This would have been a real winner during one of the first streams because that pose is pretty perfect. The clouds look pretty good. But otherwise, I don't know. It's pretty mediocre in terms of what we want and what we have got in the past. So that's a deletion. This shot is just, I don't like. It's just, no. I'm sorry, no. This shot's okay, but no. Trying to get quick about this. This shot is It's power armor in flight, which is not easy. Usually the power armor guys do not fly as easily, but we get them up there. I'll find a way to launch them. If you're an NPC, I will find a way to launch you into the air. I will not let you go by the wayside. And I've been trying to incorporate more of these pikes when we go to these locations that have these cool structures and what I wouldn't consider as architecture, because I do love to incorporate the architecture, but these impaled things on these pikes end up kind of cool if you compose them properly, which again, that's the challenge, is getting the person to fly and it at least orient itself to be pleasing with these other objects. So it's kind of difficult. Anyway, delete that. We're still gonna try. Like this would have been a much better example. I actually would have probably kept this shot and loved it had that blood not been on the lens. Unfortunately, it's a dangerous game that I play. So I get shot, I get smacked, I get whacked, and blood ends up on the lens. I don't like it. Sometimes it can add something if the image is just right. The blood on the lens can feel right, but it does not. In this case, I don't think it feels that great. At least those blood spots are composed around the main subjects, which I would call the NPC in flight, obviously, and then the impaled, scorched person on that pike. At least it's kind of not obscuring those too much, but at the same time, it looks really dirty. So let's just delete this one. I would have liked that though. This shot is just total garbage. Why did I even save this at all? I don't know. I did this was off the stream, actually. This is just a Mothman, vengeful Mothman in the wild. Mothmen, this creature, is very difficult to find and very rare. And when I do find them, I mean, again, some of these shots, I mean, I've only seen the Mothman in these locations like once or twice. So I do try to collect these images where possible of the rare Mothman sightings. Here's like one of the first ones that we've kept on the stream forever. I think like eventually these will all just end up being Mothman photos. There's like countless Mothman sights around West Virginia, the wastes of West Virginia, and each one, I believe, has the opportunity to have a Mothman spawn at it. I would love to have a photo of every single one of those spots that the Mothman can spawn. I've never seen a well-compiled list of every spot. Maybe I'll start one. Maybe I'll start a good list of all the spots where you can find the Mothman. At least I'd like to say in the areas where the cultists gather. Because I think the Mothman also can spawn kind of as a random enemy in a few spots, and that might not count. Like this one that I was showing off last here, which I'm going to delete all these, but I believe this spot is kind of just a random spawn point for any enemy, although I could be wrong. I have seen the Mothman in this exact spot a few times, but it's kind of hard to tell because of the RNG nature of everything that happens in this game. I'm not sure. No way to confirm currently. No current way to confirm, so I apologize. But either way, these shots are just deleted. But if we go to a cultist site, I do my best to remember to check if the Mothman is present and if we can get some good photos. Mothman study. Yeah, exactly, dude. A lot of people love the Mothman. I mean, they just released this past the past patch that they put out, big content release that opened up the Mothman lore of the game, and kind of insinuated that they're going to continue on with that storyline maybe a little bit. I don't know. I don't have any inner knowledge of the Bethesda business model for this game. I have no idea. For all I know, tomorrow they're going to come out and say, like, we're not supporting Fallout anymore. I have no idea. No idea. Or they'll kill it and revamp it like FF Realm Reborn. I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. But there's a lot of flack that this game gets, so it's not that popular. So who knows if it's making money or not? I don't know, and that would be why they would support it or not, right? If they're making money, they're gonna keep doing it. If they don't, they just won't. Yay capitalism. I think that's clear. In terms of how many photos do we have on that gallery? We have plenty of room. Okay, let's shoot. What's tough about the camera roll in this game is it, what time is it? Oh, it's AM. Schnitzel. We have to shoot through the whole day cycle. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go do Distant Thunder. Let's fly some Scorched. Let's fly some Scorched and Cranberry Bog. In the boggers. Don't kill this game, Bethesda. Just don't kill this game, Bethesda, please.
Automated flash warning. Mass of Scorched reported
okay.
in your vicinity. Have forward observer use recon
this is a good chance to get multiple enemies in one. Oh, schnitz. I took my camera off the Hot Wheel. I forgot about that. Let's go with our standard first now. I still get this guy, though. Watch. Check it out. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a bloody lens shot, but that's fine. I wanted to demo the hang time that is generally apparent. Okay, calm down, people. Calm down. I'm not even here, dude. Let's let them relax. Let's pop a stealth boy. Yeah, they found something else to be angry about. Good. Good. Okay, what's nice is that I can at least quick swap from my camera to my weapon now. That was something they updated, which is a big bonus for your Mosi. Come on, multiple. Let's get a couple guys flying here. Maybe we get some. Did anybody go up? I guess they all got caught in those trees, huh? Did they? I didn't see anybody really launch. It's fine, we can make do with these guys. Ooh, look at that storm cell over there. Oh shit, sunshot. Ah, the sun's not there though. Oh, and that guy just disappeared, so that's a home run. That's a homer. AKA Iliad. Right. The sun's not there though. So this does happen. I'm kind of curious, like, if I should try to quit and come back into this server. I'm curious what happens. Sometimes here's what it appears to be happening. What's up, Paxi? Here's what appears to be happening, but I could be wrong. It seems like the sun image is
A piece
slightly
of that
delayed. Yeah.
just got me, Odell.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Oh, I'm also not on a public team. Doofus. It seems like the actual sun sprite or sun image is gone, or I'm sorry, is offset from where obviously. Okay, check this out. Yeah, it's a good example. There's the sun rising. It's a beautiful sunrise. I'll take a shot of it. It's okay. Oh, what? Did you see that guy? Where'd that guy come from? Did you see that? There was like that body falling for like a split second. Okay, whatever. That's hilarious. But okay, so it looks like the lighting has started. Like the sun, the daytime lighting began before the sun's image or the sprite of this image, the sun, popped up. Like they're offset, they're not in sync or something like that. So I'm actually curious, if y'all don't mind, I would like to reset. It's not gonna. I'm still gonna be technically on the same server. You'll see it's gonna be the same events that pop up. I'm just curious if quitting and coming back in will reset at least the visual side of things. Because again, it's not rebuilding my private server. It should be the exact same server. I'm just curious what happens. We're experimenting. We experiment a lot on the stream. So hope you're cool with that. Scientific method's pretty sweet. Although I'm not really doing all that much methodizing here. It's fine. Is it good? It's good. Is it okay? It's fine. Okay, yeah, okay, that did reset it. Okay. Oh, no, it didn't. That's fine. It might be better in some cases when this happens. Because I can shoot directly here, I can shoot directly into the sun without worrying too much about the surrounding area being blown out. Like the corona of the sun actually might be more visible. Maybe. I don't know. I do not know. Either way, let's just screw around in the cranberry bog. Okay, I know. For instance, let's talking about the Mothman sites. I actually know of one. No, not here, but over by the old mold quarry, which does not have enemies that are very well suited for what we're doing, unfortunately. But we can just go over here and just see what we drum up. We can drum up some stuff. You can literally play a drum in this game, so that's... Hey, that's saying something. Yeah, here we only get these abominable floaters, which don't fly anywhere. Oh, what are they chasing, though? Maybe we can get a cool battle image. Where are y'all going? Oh, they're going over this little random zone. I'm not here. I am not here. Just don't kill the NPCs that I want to fly. I'm also going to take these cranberries. Diseased cranberries, by the way. So yeah, where are y'all going? I'm just interested. What are you doing? What you got? Who you know? Who do you know? Maybe they're not chasing anything. It looked like they were... Oh, another one! Oh, God! Oh. They're just all congregating. Don't congregate next to me. Anyway, these guys... Yeah, they can't... These people will not... They will not fly. Because their death animation... Which, by the way, these kind of remind me of, like, mutated Man of War... jellyfish? of some kind. I don't know. But that's what it reminds me of, which scare, by the way. I don't, sharks don't really scare me all that much. A man of war, which is, you know, these type of jellyfish, are like the scariest looking things. They're the most frightening, otherworldly creature on the planet. And they float in the... Okay, you may or may not know of my sub-mechanophobia, which I don't know if that really makes sense. And so, yeah, thank you. They trigger my sub-mechanophobia. Let's see, if it's not sub-mechanophobia. Subma-objophobia, because it's just objects underwater. I'm gonna coin that phrase. Okay, so here's this Mothman site that I was talking about. It's unmarked. This is a spot I would absolutely love to see the Mothman at. Looks like one of them are injured. Some people, NPCs take this like, hey, what? How did you see? How did you see me? What is a horseshoe? Here we go. Damn, I think I have bloody lens. Go into... Thank you! Thank you very much. I know. Okay, we gotta get sun shot here. Ooh, dude, we can get a close-up here. Close up.
Look at that.
Oh,
horse.
that one wasn't bad, dude. Thank you. Redeem. I love it when y'all redeem your points. That chat was okay. No Mothman, but these are the kind of little sites that are kind of fun to check out because I've never seen. Thank you.
Really?
I've never seen a
God,
Mothman. Oh, don't worry. Me and Paxmore have plans for more. We have plenty more. What happened to my... Oh, that's right. I was on a public team. That's not public because I'm on a private server, but me and Paxmore have plans for more redemption options. Don't worry about that. There's stuff in the works, people. Because those are... that is fun, right? To be able to do that. That must be a pretty... I mean, I have fun listening to it. And they don't get old, at least in my opinion. But there went to flying... That was kind of a flying floater. Flying floaters. It's a floater. But, you know. Yeah. Yes. Dude, so many ideas. Okay, what do we want? Let's check this little random... I like switching things up. Sometimes things feel stale when I have to do the... It's like I get so stuck on going to the same locations because I know that they're kind of better spots, which, I mean, I'm going to go to the spots that we know work. Don't get me wrong. What's going on here? Ooh, we got some ghouls. Hey, don't touch me, ghoul. Ooh, we can get some ghouls. Oh! There were so many surrounding me. I was hoping for a cluster. Image. 5 for... Hey, look at this person. What are you, a raider? Yeah, raider reaver. Go up, reaver. Ah, get him! Get the feral! I'll get him. Hell yeah!
This place sucks. We were way better off up north.
Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. I love, by the way, one of my favorite architectural elements of... hey, high five, dude. Good job. One of my favorite architectural elements of this region of the game is this broken down monorail, which it just looks really cool, magical. I've done shots with it before, but this structure, something about it just looks very pleasing. It's repetition of form. It's beautiful. It's repetition of form, and it looks gorgeous. Repetition of form cascading into the distance. Absolutely gorgeous. And I would love, in fact, while we're here, I do intend on having a stream or two or several or parts of some streams being focused on just photographing some of the beautiful architecture and design in the game. And this is one spot that I've meant to get a good shot of. I think I shot some stuff here. I mean, obviously this whole rail system goes across the entirety of at least most of the map. Let's see, is this where the monorail begins? Let's go check. I think it's yeah, this should be where the monorail begins, right? Let's go check that out. Let's go check it out. I said I was going to take that shot of that, but I won't. It's not a good time of the day to shoot a good shot into that anyway, so whatever. Yeah, whatever. Do I care? No. Oh, I also passed level 2076, which is very fitting since the 2076 is when the Great War started, and I'm in Vault 76. So that's cool. Okay, yeah, the monorail begins right here at Uranium Fever popped at Garhan Mining Headquarters. Is where it begins? Is this really the first pillar? Yeah, this should be. Yeah, this should be. This is the beginning of the monorail. It's a bit of a Disney-esque monorail. You know what? Here's the suspicious thing about Disney. Have you ever met anybody whose last name was Disney? No. So maybe they don't really exist. Do you know anybody that has met Walt Disney? No. Even old people that should have been alive? No. No one's met Walt Disney. Walt Disney. Have humans made first contact in the world of Fallout? Okay, so that's a loaded question. All right, so the alien race of this game franchise are known as the Zetans. There is a kind of a whole quest line devoted to at least the backstory of Zetans on Earth in Fallout 4. I have not played through the Fallout 3 expansion, Mothership Zeta, which is like all about Zetan stuff, and I haven't played through that, so I can't really talk all that much about them in depth. I know I should be able to. I should be like a pro, but I'm not. I have not played through that, so I'm not sure if the lore of the Zetan race was developed more in that expansion for Fallout 3. But there are aliens. I have a Zetan pistol. I have at least one Zetan pistol, laser pistol. I think I haven't. I believe you can see them in this game, but I don't know. Wait. What was I looking for? My challenges. I could be wrong. I have so many challenges still to do. Dude, I want to do all these possum badges. Oh, dude, that's right. By the way, real quick, let's finish my photographer possum badge. That will be fun. We're going to go photograph the Grafton Dam and the Charleston Capitol building real quick just to wrap up. And then I kind of want to go take the photo test, the photo exam. Again, I've already done it, though, so I kind of should know all the answers. But there was a mission to kill different kinds of cryptids. Where did they have it under? I must have killed one already. Glowing, scorched, legendary, cryptid, critter, arthropod, aquatic or semi-aquatic animal. Alien. Okay, so I've killed an alien, but I don't remember killing a Zetan. So they might consider. I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Flatwoods monster is what they consider, because it took me a long time to find a Flatwoods monster. They were like impossible. Again, there are some very rare enemies in this game, and Flatwood monster definitely ranks up there with the most rare, if not the most rare. Yeah, because everything else I feel like I see regularly. And okay, so but anyway, it's unclear to me whether the alien in this game, which is the Flatwoods monster, I don't know if that is technically a Zetan or not. Geeking out here about these guys. What were we gonna do? Okay, we're gonna go do that. Yeah, we were checking out this area that this is the first stop on the monorail of West Virginia, of the Greater Cranberry Bog. And I guess I think technically right here, it looks like it's probably technically part of the Savage Divide, which is this center area right here, the center brown area before we get into the current Cranberry Bog on the right bottom corner, and then the mire in the top right corner. But I believe the monorail technically begins. I think this is still considered Savage Divide. I could be wrong. I might technically still be in the Ash Heap region. Either way, pretty cool. I wanted to check this out. I feel like I hadn't seen this spot for a while. Although I've come over to this area. I've come over to this area many times. I like these. I love these vents, dude. These look rad. These pipes. Like, this would be a cool thing to shoot. But we're not going to do that right now because we're going to go finish the photo badge before our night cycle. I'm trying to kill time for till the night cycle. That's kind of one thing we're doing. Okay, let's go shoot the Capitol. Charleston Capitol building. This should be a quickie. Quick. I want to finish that badge, dude. Finishing up a photo badge, which again, the possum badge system in this game, I love that. I love those checklists. Games can never have enough checklists. I don't see the reason. Like, I hate it when games have hidden shit that you have no way of knowing about unless somebody else tells you. It's like it would be impossible, and that's what those checklists are great for. It's like, at least you have a hint. Ooh, dude, this fly Grafton monster, will he fly? No, he's not gonna fly. Is he gonna fly? He's not gonna fly. Gonna fly that super mutant. Bye super. Oh, and there's some floaters and some more super mutants. I didn't shoot that shot on purpose. Dude, okay, long range shelling. Bye. Ooh, too long range. Check your distance and fire again. Just kind of shell the whole area. Oh, there they are. Make them fly. Hey, that was cool. God, dude, the ragdoll is so good. And at these distances. Oh, this guy's gonna go real far. Oh, dude. Okay, Charleston Capitol. Wait, did that count? That might not have counted as the Charleston Capitol, but that was a cool shot. What sucks is, like, you have to place what would be the split prism focus mechanism thing, which is that, like, half moon type thing in the center of the image. That would be a split focus type mechanism to focus through what is a rangefinder. I guess it'd be a rangefinder mechanism, right? that would be what is telling you whether you're in focus or not, but this game has no focusing, so you have to have that hovering over whatever it is that you want it to actually read as the image in the frame. Let's see if we got that. I'm just curious. We'll take another shot of that same thing. Oh, dude, I'm almost at 6,000 hours of playtime. Just another 53 hours or 43 hours to go. Dude, hopefully I just need another 1,600 hours to pass that. It's a pathetic, dude. 760 atoms for that accomplishment is bullshit, by the way. It should at least be 7,600 atoms. Absolute bullshit. You're going to reward your players with 760 atoms. Absolute bullshit. I should go to Reddit and claim that. I'm sure people have said that, dude. Oh my god. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you calculate the dollar amount, because you can calculate the dollar amount of atoms, there's definitely a dollar amount because you can buy them. The dollar amount for hours played for that would be like a penny or less per hour. Actually, I could be completely wrong math. I don't know. But very little money per hour. So that's bullshit, Bethesda. Todd. Absolute bullshit. Give me 7,600 at least. Really, it should be like 76,000. Although I guess what they're probably also assuming is that you can kind of AFK a lot of those hours, and I'm never going to claim that I didn't AFK any of those hours because there's probably a giant amount of those hours are AFK accumulative. But anyway, bullshit. Bullshit, Todd. You can't give me atoms. You can't give me more atoms for that bullshit. Okay, so did we get that shot? Did I get that shot of the Charleston building? No, it didn't count. Again, because my reticle was not hovering over the actual building itself. Thank you, Gary. See, but that sucks, though, because that means your composition, like, has to have the... No, I guess not. Okay. If it's wide enough... Okay. So at close range distances... the split viewfinder image has to be hovering over it, but on the wide, it does seem to read better. Okay, so let's get this wide shot. We've got a wide shot. Let's go to this building over here, though. Wait, whoa. God, pop on my jetpack. No. Also, ooh, dude, food buffs, pal. What am I thinking? No food buffs. I'm sorry. It's so sad to see me like this. I know. I guess I'll use my last brain bombs. I gotta make more of those. Oof. Oh, schnapps. I meant to make more cranberry relish. That's my experience buff, dude. Can we do that right now? Can I pop my tent down? Where's the cooking zone? I'm gonna do that. Sorry, I gotta do that right now. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not going to not have experience buff. Wait, why? Sorry, I can't loot the crafting monster? Are you kidding me? Okay, there's got to be a cooking spot around here somewhere. This is like a little bit of a settlement right here. Oops, scorched. Hey-oh, maggots. Yeah, I got him. It's good to, you know what? I've tried to tell myself, like, just take the shot. Even if you're not sure if it's going to come out or not, just take the shot. It's just that's dangerous because that guy's not flying anywhere. The body that was there did, but the enemy did not. It's tough to just keep shooting because I run out of space, and so it's better to actually limit myself. But then at the same time, I feel like I've been kind of disappointed with myself for not having just taken a shot. I will take the 40 mil grenades. I swear there's a cooking zone here. This is another list of photos that I wanted to take. I have like this huge allure to food buffs in games and just food and cooking and crafting food items in general. It's just really cool, which is very contradictory to my real life perspective in life, where I hate cooking quite a bit. Here we go. Get a sun image here maybe. Nah. Scorched and flying past the sun, fine. I hate cooking in real life. I just hate it. I hate it. It's uncomfortable. It's annoying. But in games, for some reason, I absolutely love it. I love crafting food. I love the food buffs. I love collecting the ingredients for the food. Schnapps. Son. Ah, you shot me. Dude, I was like, don't shoot me yet. Just let me take the shot first. Okay, there's got to be a cooking stove up here. These people must have needed to cook. And yeah, I can put my tent down. That's like last resort. I'll just do that so we speed things up a bit. Because it has a cooking stove on it. We are going to... Don't let me forget to switch back to Class Freak. Do not... Now let me do that. Okay. Might as well pop up some boiling water. We just really want the cranberry relish, although, you know what? Might as well make the jam. In fact, let's just do everything real quick. It'll also reduce my total weight. I won't be able to make that much anyway because of my lack of boiled water, and I'm not going to collect dirty water and make boiled water right now, so let's just do what we can. Some glowing fungus soup ain't bad. Staple. That is my... Glowing fungus soup is my... that's my balance, my hunger and thirst balance item. I can eat that without overriding another food buff, which in that case, it's my radiation resistance buff. I can eat that without overriding any of the other stronger radiation resistance buffs, because there is no stronger radiation resistance buff. It's the same thing. It's just the duration of the buff is a little bit shorter, but that's fine because I can eat it as much as I want, as it is my balance. You understand? I think we're good. That's all I need to do. Meat. We're going to save the Yaguai rib and the rad stag meat, or the Yaguai meat and the rad stag meat for a specific quest. Okay, so now I can take my cranberry jam, my cranberry relish. Very important. Sorry. Experience is it's essential. Okay, I want it. I probably would not be playing this game had there not been an infinite level system, because it's so much more fulfilling to be achieving something with everything you're doing, and that is where experience comes in. Experience allows you to achieve more despite you having completed most of whatever it is. Although again, I mean, you saw my badges and my checklist of stuff. I have so much to do. Anyway, okay, thank you for reminding me, Gary, to go back to Class Freak. I think Brandon is the only person that has ever actually reminded me to switch back to Class Freak after saying that. Okay, so wait, did we take this shot yet? We didn't even take this shot. I still have my jetpack on? Yeah. Okay, we can let's get to, got our food buffs. That was a very long engagement. One of my favorite movies, by the way. Jean-Pierre Jeunet. Fucking love that movie. Have you seen A Very Long Engagement? Have you seen that movie? Absolutely love that movie. He is the ultimate have your back duder. Yes, this is true. This is why we all love him so much. Brandon, R.I.P. No, I'm just kidding. He's still alright. That's my joke. I say that about people that are not resting yet. But yeah, dude. Durr. My man. Anyway, yeah, he's the only. I think he's the only one that's actually reminded me. Funny enough. Okay, yeah, let's check all my perks. Just double check because we switched that. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's shoot this photo real quick. We got that sun going down again. It's a weird. It's again they're out of sync. I'm curious. I believe if the sun cycle has that going on, the night cycle has it going on. But let's get this wide shot with the sun setting here. It could be really cool. Real cool shot. Oh, I kind of missed a little piece of the sun, but that's fine. And then let's just double check that we got the Charleston shot. Just to be sure. Did we get it? Yeah, we got it. We got it. Okay, one more. Grafton Dam. Which I've shot on the stream. Again, I just wasn't intentionally aiming at the sucker. See, this is the kind of shot that I would want with the Capitol building in there. But I can't. It doesn't read as the Capitol building if you're doing this. Oh! That was a home run. That was a home run. Oh!
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder.
Swap off the jetpack. Don't need that no more. How you hurt me, as your kind might say. Shot's gonna be trash, but that's fine. I was like, I need, again, and I've said this many times, this lens is what would be considered a variable focal length lens, not a zoom, so I cannot get in those in-between focal lengths to really perfect my composition. There's only these 3 steps of magnification from 1 time to 6 time magnification, which would also indicate that it's like a, let's see, if it was a 10 millimeter lens, that would indicate that at its longest focal length, that would be a 600, right? Or no, 60? No, 60 millimeter. That doesn't make sense. 6 by? Right. So like, yeah, I don't know if that 10 to, so maybe, I don't know. I'd have to do some calculations if this makes sense from its widest focal length. I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust those numbers. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's go shoot the dam at sunset here before we get into our night cycle, because then we're going to hit some of those spots that we know are great for Mothman, first of all. Because I believe, haven't confirmed it, but I believe you can only find the Mothman at night. Typically, if everything's functioning properly. Dude, oh my gosh, I'm gonna complete this badge. I'm so proud. Okay, so this doesn't count as the dam itself, because you have to be down here, I believe. Because the dam, the actual dam, is down here. Is this a hydroelectric dam? I would assume so. Why wouldn't it be, right? Not always the case. Maybe we can go investigate that. If there are giant machinery in there that could contain turbines of sorts, then maybe. Or, I don't know. What the hell do I know about dams? I don't know anything about dams. They scare the shit out of me because it's the idea of getting sucked into it. The turbines. Oh, God. Okay. That's the Grafton Dam. Oh, dude. Okay, see this sentry right here? We're also going to fly him in like 2 seconds. Watch this, dude. Okay. Grafton Dam. Shot of sentry chilling. Yes, there's my badge, dude. Photographer badge. That's rad. Okay, let's fly this sucker. That car should explode. Oh. Oh, it didn't because I didn't hit it enough, but that's fine. We got the guy in flight. Let's get him with the dam in there. Take this damn photo. That was damn cool. And I'm damn proud. Thank you, Gary. I was trying to blow up that car because that would have really ejected him. All these vehicles, by the way, these are all fusion powered, so they all have miniaturized nuclear reactors within them. And I guess presumably it goes critical when it takes enough damage and then explodes. I guess I'm going to go ahead and assume that's what's happening. I don't think they've ever really described that in-game anywhere that I can think about. You know I love those. Oh, yes, you do, Gary. You and me both, dude. We love those explosions. Those mini nuke explosions going off, that was actually one of the first things that really drew me into this game. Or at least this game series, because I remember watching the E3 demo of Fallout 3. Thank you, Redeem. I remember watching the E3 demo of Fallout 3, and I believe the guy from Bethesda is using a Fat Boy launcher to shoot some mini nukes, Fat Man launchers. These guys, I don't have any mini nukes on me. I was going to show you. I believe he's using one of these, and he's like launching, and you can, I just remember seeing those little mini mushroom clouds, and I was like, oh, that's so rad, and I need to play that game. And then, of course, I waited until Fallout New Vegas to really play through, so that happened, but that was more to do with me not owning a system capable of playing said Fallout 3. And then finally, by the time New Vegas arrived, I actually got a system capable of playing these games. Anyway, okay, photo badge achieved, dude. I'm stoked. All right, let's go get some sunset shots really quick. Let's do something that we're not going to be too crazy about. We're going to do Mothman. We're going to Point Pleasant soon. We'll go to Kanawha first. Let's do Kanawha. This shot came out kind of cool. That was one from this stream. Sun's a little blown out, but that's fine. Oh, man. I was thinking about ordering some, like, weekend celebratory Jack in the Box tonight. I had a huge hankering. I've been holding off getting fast food all week because I had a hankering for it. And I am somewhat health conscious, okay? So I like to push it as far as I can go. But dude, Jack in the Box and McDonald's is so good. So good. That MSG, man, just really gets you. Do they put MSG in there still? I don't even know. Don't quote me on the MSG content of any fast food chain. Dude, look at this little shack, dude. Got one bag of fertilizer. Should take that. Plenty of paint cans. Oh, this is a take all moment, dude. Take it all with Paul. Take it all. I want all the supplies. Supplies. But before I forget, here's what we got to do. That bag of fertilizer, way too important to scrap. So let's pop that in our junk box to save. We have 6 of them now. That's 2 full run-throughs of Dogwood Die-Off that I can accomplish without having to find bags of fertilizer during the event. That's pretty baller. baller status. Okay, let's check if the Mothman is here. Looks like we got a Tenet fan. That guy was walking backwards. I always think of that movie Tenet whenever I see those peeps. Okay, what else do we need, though? Grognock is on. Food buffs are on. Let's go invisible. That's why I keep my stealth boys. Trying to keep my stealth boys stocked up. Let's go invisible and see if we can get to the spire and check if Mothman has spawned. Which I'm very, very interested to know a lot about the spawning of the Mothman. If it's a time related issue, like I'm pretty sure I've only seen them naturally spawned during a night cycle at a certain, and I'd assume there's going to be a certain time of the evening that he is able to spawn. But I've never seen him come down and land. So I'm not sure if that can happen. I'm not, I don't know if you have to show up to this area and he has to be there or not, just automatically. So many questions.
He is our shepherd.
Okay, looks like they're all going to the church to congregate. So let's get them before they're... Let's try to... Oh, moon! Moon! No! I don't even see the moon because, again, it's offset. I see the glow behind those clouds as if it's there, but it's not there. It's probably going to pop up just like that sun when the sun was like, what would probably be the equivalent of thousands. Oh, there it is. Did it just pop in? Now it's there. That was not there, right? Was the moon there? Was the moon? That was not there, right, dude? It just popped in. So maybe it somehow... Oh, dude. Oh, man. I got so excited. I breathed in. Oh, I almost choked myself. I saw them group up, and then I was like, dude, can we get a threefer? Can we get a threefer in front of the moon? That would, or a four, that would be absolutely amazing. I think that guy just really flew out of the park. Where'd you go? Freaking grand slam. I guess I have to get 3 enemies to... 4 enemies. I think technically I'd need 4 enemies to completely disappear for it to be a grand slam, right? That would make the most sense. I think. Right? Damn, did I not get any shots here yet? Let's take these fire caps over here. Fire cap. Glowing fungus. Who else is here? The guy on the roof? Yeah, you're up there. Okay, so like this. Okay, dude, this angle, actually. I should remember this angle here. This is actually a great shot. This would be a beautiful shot. In fact, I'm going to take the shot right now. Something like this. This beautiful. This is a good view of a few sides of the church with the spire. Yes, I'm not correcting for those keystone distortion, but it's fine. I can't do that in this game. It's just cool because of the moon sitting there. But it would be sweet if there were some... I actually don't mind those branches framed on the right. Maybe I want to close off the left side of the building a little bit, open up the right side of the frame more. Oh, and that person standing there. Oh, yeah. Okay, keep standing there, pal. Let me get some good stuff. That's a good pose you got. Holy shit. Okay, good stuff. See, again, I want to do like a middle step in that zoom range. Can't do it, though. Something like that's pretty sick, though.
Look at
Oof,
that
right?
horse.
Did you see that? Let's do... Okay, no, I can't do a review. Although, how many shots do we have on the roll, dude? What if I've been out of shots, like, for 10 minutes? No, we have 5 more shots. Okay. This one was eh. Because they're walking back. Okay. Dude. It's this one. Yeah, that pose is great, dude. Although that pose of them walking isn't bad either. This one's not as good. Graft and damn shot. I knew that was going to be crap. This is going to be crap. Crap. Capitol building. That shot's kind of fun. We'll keep that. Crap. Crap. Sunset. Whatever. Crap. Crap. Sunset shot. Crap. It's crap. 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 Oh, total crap. Real piece of shit. Good. Okay, between these ones, let's just keep those two. Okay, I just want to keep moving here. Okay, you back out there? There they go. Oh, see, it's like, I know, like, the zoom, one step of a zoom, that's way too much. Fuck, okay. A touch too much. Is that Bob Seger? Okay, that shot could be cool. And then it's fine. Oh! I should have actually stayed in this whatever. Okay, let's keep moving though. We cleared the roll. Let's move on. Let's do Point Pleasant. I want to get one of those abandoned, like, yeah, exactly. Case in point, abandoned hope shot. At night though, we've only done this during the day, or at least during sunrise or sunset. So let's keep rocking it. Let's keep rocking in the free goddamn world. Neil Young, Walt Disney. Yeah, these shots are pretty tough. At least those abandon all hope shots are going to be kind of tough. See, I don't know if, like, these shots of the... I don't know. That shot's kind of bullshit, but that's fine. Because it got hit a little bit. Okay, there's an abandon all hope totem. There's so many... It's like they placed them around this area to allow me to get these shots in as many different directions as possible. That guy got caught up on the architecture. Ugh, they're all getting caught up, dude. Pinballing, dude. They're pinballing too much. I do love playing pinball. Let me ask you this question, y'all. Quiz time. Pro snap quiz time. Oh, that was a leaf. I thought that was the body flying. This, okay, so like right here is a great, that's a great angle. Although the abandon all hope thing isn't really resolving very well. So obviously I have to be, what the fuck? Resolve yourself. Can't read what the fuck that says. That's fine. Doesn't matter until the NPC's up there anyway. Let me ask you this question though. Quiz, pop pro quiz, hot shot. Pro snap pro quiz, hot shot. What is your favorite pinball machine? My favorite is gonna be the Terminator 2 pinball machine that I've played like once in my life. Although, you know what, dude? That's okay. Scratch that, though. We had a pinball. My grandparents had a pinball machine in their basement in Pennsylvania. that me and my brothers had a great time playing, but I don't remember what it was called or what theme it was, so that's why I'm kind of discounting it in a way, although again, I'm not really discounting it because that's really my favorite. But in terms of a licensed pinball machine of some sort, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, hi. Okay, we got this one right here. We got this. Okay, yeah, we can do this. Okay. Ugh. Ooh. Power lines, body, chick. Dude, it's pretty hard to get him to shoot in the right direction for these totems. I mean, there's so many totems. Whoa, 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 pal. Pop some CalMax, dude. These guys are seeing me. Whoops. Ugh, I did not mean to do that. Stop it! Okay, hang on, dude. Stay out of my business for just a second, please. Thanks. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I gotta switch. Okay, back to the two-shot. How'd you see me? This is the thing. It's like I'm kind of testing out these stealth boys. It's like you think you'd be I mean, you're invisible, so it's like how can they sense you? Okay, make sure I'm just making sure I'm gonna swap to my camera when I swap. These dipshits. Dipshits. You don't even know where I am. Good luck. Damn, dude. This is really tough to get them oriented so that the abandon all hopes will pop in there. Here we go. This could be one. Oh, like I barely got that. I don't think that counts. Okay, where you at? Where you at? The Spaniards call me a Pablo El Gato because of my, whoops, cat-like acrobatic maneuvers that have impressed many a person. It's so tough to get these. Ah! Ah, stop it. Man, those regular stealth boys really do not last very long at all. Even with, I have Secret Agent on too, which should extend it 3 times as long. You really need the Stealth Boy Mark IIIs to really get that long duration. Okay. Ah. We're just burning moonlight here, dude. Let's stop. Okay. I think like if one of these abandon all hope shots line themselves up, I think that's when I should shoot it. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to force it to happen. Oh, schnitzel. Oh, schnitzel. Oh! That could be fun. Maybe. Maybe. Hello, goodbye. Give me like a straight up moonshot. I'll take one of those. Hello. Why aren't these... Where'd that guy go? Oh, the moon looks so gorgeous. Where are we gonna get the NPC to fly? Here's somebody. Oh, there you are. Heyo. Ooh, they're kind of going towards the moon.
You will be sacrificed to the divine light.
Fall down into my frame, asshole. Oh. I think I heard them fall behind me. It is pretty tough to tell where they're falling when they get to a certain height. Yeah, see, this is the body. I just heard that fall. It's like it's hard to tell where they're heading. It's fine. So we're going to pick this fire cap. And we're going to fly this guy. Star landscape, that's fine. Got another person. Okay, let's move locations. Dude, this spot has overstayed its welcome. Real quick review as we are trying to do these faster.
Now it's locked in
That
place.
shot, yes,
Okay.
thank you.
So really,
it is locked.
You say,
That shot's okay. Hey, this shot's pretty cool. A lot of elements in there. A little bit of bloody lens, but that's fine. We'll talk about that later. This shot didn't work out. This one would have been cool. I thought I caught this with that body in there, but it's just on that very far right side of the frame. So delete that. Keep that. Power lines with body. Bullshit. Delete that. This one's crap. Delete that. That shot's fine. That shot's freaking rad. That shot's really rad. Rad. And we still have plenty of room, so let's just move. Let's go. While it is still night, let's do Clancy. Clancy is a great spot. Tom Clancy. Named after TC himself, man. TC being, man. Okay, is Mothman present? I think during the Mothman equinox, because I believe it was around that same time that we were spotting the Mothman a lot more. I feel like they ramped up. Yeah, he's not here. They would all be here congregating, playing, or praying. Playing to the prey. Praying to the play. See, like this person's praying.
His foes cannot escape. All will face the
But last time,
Mothman's
ooh.
judgment.
Are you coming over to congregate? I would love to see them gather. Here would be a dream on the stream. Everyone gathering and then getting down to pray and then actually seeing the Mothman come down and land, which again, I don't know if that's even possible. Because he might only just either be at the location when you load in.
On the great day of reckoning, the worthy will become one with the divine light.
I don't know if you will actually ever be able to see the animation of him landing or not, unfortunately. Oh. Ugh. Got caught up on the freaking telephone pole. How dare you? The moon's all the way over there. Okay, let's get... Gotta orient yourself so that you can visually see the element you want to include in the frame. Dursley. Dursley. This guy will fly. He'll fly. Oof, really wide shot. Yeah, it's gonna be crap because I was getting shot, of course. Oof, this is a good position, though. Oh! Oh, take the picture, dude. You can't swap and take a shot that fast. Or at least sometimes it seems to not work. That's what we call a camera jam. Ah! The French. No! What do you got? Dude, there's gotta be a cooldown on those Molotovs, bro. Stop it. Molotov me? Right to the moon. Nope, but maybe we can get something with them. Ah. Sloppy. Sloppy at best. That guy got caught up on that stump. Give me your fire cap. Okay. He's putting me in danger now. Got some Merv potential here. Dude, we didn't Merv anything yet. I think Merving is it's like kind of cheating. Yeah, no. I don't know. I could be wrong about it. Oh, plus they just suck sometimes. They love to get eaten into the hillside. There we go. Ah. Dirty tree branch. Who else have we got? Who else wants to negotiate? Take a rhododendron. Why not? People over here still, or no? We got very little moon time left. Let's just move. Let's just be quick. Let's go somewhere where, again, I very much know is a decent spot. Maybe I'll do that Distant Thunder later. Yeah, let's do. Let's do Johnson Acre. Johnson's Acres, Aiken. Because it's gonna probably be the last location that we're gonna be able to see during the night cycle, unfortunately. No Mothman. They would all be gathering.
His wings flutter.
I have plenty. I have a few shots of the Mothman here. Fortunately. I would say. Very fortunately. And this is... Oh, dude, look at this, dude. We got a moon potential. No. Don't fuck this up, Paul. Ah. I fucked it up. Whoops. Come on, dude. Ooh, okay. Oh, dude. Oh, it didn't take the shot, first of all, but second of all, I was a little off. Don't you throw that bottle at me. Where'd that bottle come from? No! Oh, I had to... Dude, I'm mucking everything up. I'm trying to fly this guy right here. Ugh, total crap. Come out from under that umbrella. This is the spot that we got that one shot of... God, silhouette against the moon. all the peeps here. Damn it, dude. Anybody in here? Hello? Ugh. Give me your chems and your sugar at least. Damn, dude, no one else is here. Okay, let's move. Dude, we usually have success at this spot because there's just so much opportunity. Where'd that moon go? Is it still up at all? It was up for like... I think it's gone. Where'd the moon go? Where did it... Whatever. Okay, we'll do sunrise shots at Lucky Hole Mine since we're right here. Oh, heavens no. What am I gonna do? Oh, heavens. It's a small spot. Small spot, but we got some potential. Also, check if the Mothman's here. I'm still hidden. See, I don't know. This is a great location to check because I've never seen the Mothman here. See, they're all praying, but they're always praying in there.
No enemy will escape his sight.
At least every time I have done this. Take your spices. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Mothman, in some cases, I've seen the Mothman appear at a bit of a distance from the actual location. So the Mothman might be hanging out. Like, it could pop up on this rock up here. Somewhere on this rock structure. Which I believe is part of... unfortunately, unlike Zelda... Zelda does have the benefit of giving me at least a geographical region and a pretty good specific location tag on my images. Whereas this game, we're pretty much stuck on just memorizing it myself for my knowledge of the game. Not easy. Oh, they're done. Oh, okay. Join your friend. And let's get some magic here. Hey. This guy's not going to be anything, so I'm going to be a close-up. I'm going to get a close-up. Okay. At least that was unique for the close-up reason. Alright. Sunrise. What do we want to do? Let's go do this Distant Thunder really quick since it's sunrise. Again, Distant Thunder will have a lot of enemies clustered. And so we could possibly get a scorched cluster.
Automated flash warning. Mass of scorch.
And or whatever other enemy has spawned. Looks like it's super mutants here.
For Defiance artillery strike. At Victoria.
Let's try to get some clusters. That guy, one of these guys went real far. Ah! Honey nut clusters? Is that it? Was everybody? I took them all out that quick? Okay, that's fine. There's this guy. Okay, we're doing something with this for sure. That is... Okay, let's see. Let's pose ourselves at their rear. Let's go inside them a little bit. And then we'll go to photo mode. Definitely show player on, obviously that's what we're going to do. And we're going to try to pose... What? Oh, they're gone. Damn it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. It's like once you kill, it's like there's a certain amount. Jason, what's up, buddy? Doesn't seem to. No, it's not, but it's fine. Well, I was at their rear proper. It was just the rear of their body. I was going to be jumping. Here's what I was going to do. Okay. The plan had this worked out. I wanted to do something like, because they were like bent over, like, and I wanted to like either do like a leapfrog, like I was going to like leap over them, like as if I was jumping over their back or something. Something like that, or just like the ski one that's hilarious. Something like this, like jumping over them. Or like the ski pose. Where's the ski one? Slalom. Here we go. Hot dog. Something like that. I was going to do something like that. I messed up. Oh, dude. Good. Good that you were photographing real stuff. I encourage this. No apology necessary here. Which, by the way, Jason, again, we were talking about yesterday, the camera item, like I was saying, it is based on that, this in-game camera item, the Pro Snap camera, as they call it in this game, is based off of the C3. Yes. Yes. Well, we've been shooting here with our Argus as well. Like I said, the in-game camera item based on the Argus C3, which we shoot with on the daily here, on the weekly. It's just so cool. It's just so cool. And then there's that Pro Snap. I was talking earlier about that Pro Snap Camera Club sticker. I do really want to design. It's already been designed, but I would like to construct my own version of that sticker, and then people will hopefully be able to put it on their own items if they wish. But I'm going to customize. I would love to customize one of my Arguses to have the exact same look as this camera. Sticker and all would be perfect. And then obviously rebranding it Pro Snap would be really sweet. Terrible photos with that dirty lens. I know. Look at that. Look, it looks like it's got some coding issues. In fact, see that lens, and again, I'm going to do a whole thing about it. I think that lens is the most similar in design to the 100 millimeter lens, which, as far as I know, there's only 3 lenses for this camera IRL in real life. There's a 35, a 50, and a 100. In the game, I believe there's at least a couple. Let's actually check that right now. Why not? Why not? What options do I have? And you know what? I haven't even checked. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so there's 4 lenses. There's a standard, the 200, and the 105. You know, let's do this really quick. I'm going to put on my Mothman camera, which is just a different skin. There's all these awesome skins that you can put. I just love the wood grain. But again, if I customize these on the stream, I think it's going to be pretty rad to maybe try to customize a couple different versions, to have a couple different flavors of skin on there. This mole miner one's kind of cool, red and yellow. The gardening camera, I got this recently. Stoked on that. Wavy Willards, white crocodile, a lot of cool stuff. But here, let's do this. Let's do on my Mothman camera. Let's pop on the 105. I'm actually just curious if it's a different focal length between these two. Okay, got the Mothman. This has the 105 on it. Okay, so we get to there. It's 1 to 2 to 4. Oops. Okay, now let's go from that to this one. And then we got one. Let's check the 1 and the 1 first. Okay, the 1, it's a different framing reticle. Whoa, the whole interface looks completely different, but it does look like the same angle of view between those two lenses. Okay, so then the next step in the zoom range, it's 3 time here on the second step, 2 time there, and then 4 time. And the second step here is 6 time. Okay. So I should have done this earlier and had both these cameras with different lenses on them. Obviously. Okay, that's good to know, though. So those middle focal lengths, which there could be a lens that has all 4 of those or all 6 of those. No, all 5 of those. They both start at 1 time. Yeah, and there's 2 others. So 5 time. Yeah, you got some options. We got some options. Anyway, that's going to be tough to decide on, though. I kind of feel like I like thank you, Gary. I think I might prefer these focal lengths better, though. Y'all are just helping me develop this whole system. Good to know. I just assumed that the better option was like the longer focal length lens, because I was thinking that it would again give us those middle focal lengths in every difference in the I could zoom further with the 200 millimeter lens versus the 105, but it actually just appears to be in between those two lenses, between the 105 and the 200. It's giving me, instead of a 2 time, it gives me the 3 time. Instead of the 6 time, it gives me the 4 time. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Let's stick with this one, dude. Let's go with the let's go with the 105 lens for now. I don't think I've shot with this lens on the stream, so that's kind of cool. And let's go somewhere. I am getting hungry. I am probably not going to shoot for too much longer. Last night I went from owning 14 film cameras to owning 17. Nice! Hopefully that was a good... I know I influenced that decision a bit. Which, again, I do believe is a good way to go. If you're buying stuff that influences your creativity and your productivity, I think it's a worthwhile expense. And again, with cameras, what's great about them, cameras and lenses, they kind of hold their value. So you kind of are just investing into it, but you're just kind of exchanging your money for that awesome object, which then you can produce cool stuff with. And then at any point, if you really need money, you could just sell this. You could sell it again, right? Didn't cost me a cent. 3 cameras were a gift. Oh, ho, ho. Good for you. What'd you get? Anything cool? Any cool stuff? Cool cameras? Send them here. I'll photograph them on the stream. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. I'll take advantage. In a good way. I have photographed some pretty cool looking cameras on the stream, and I do intend on doing more of that, by the way. Again, with the Polaroids, I have some stuff planned especially. Let's go. Okay, by the way, while we're chatting, let's do Ingram. We're going to go to Ingram. Again, I'm probably going to wrap up kind of soon. It is getting to my dinner time here. Gotta eat. I must eat. Getting hungry. Tummy rumblings. Okay. Oh, nice. Brownie 620 Jr., Voigtlander Vito BL, and a 110 that I can't find any info about. Ooh. Dude, 110. I don't think I've ever shot 110. My brother John has for sure, though. I believe he still owns a couple 110 cameras. Yeah, those are very interesting. I'm curious if you can even find film for 110 anymore. Does anybody make that? Does anybody sell that? Manufacture and package and sell 110 film? I don't know. Uh-oh, I meant to stay on top of that hill. Uh-oh. 110 is an interesting format. They're almost like little spy cameras. 110. It's basically like, I want to say the closest equivalent is like shooting 16mm video or video film. Cinema, 16mm cinema type film. Ooh, we got this storm shot, dude. Stormy weather shot. Boom. That could be fun. Let's go to Ingram Mansion proper up here. Lomography. Oh, okay, sweet, dude. Yeah, Lomo. I have this real sweet Jack White Holga, or it's actually like a White Stripes Lomography branded Holga that I also have plans for, that my bro John, again, that was a gift from my brother John, Christmas, like a long time ago. It's like a collector's item. I shot like one roll with it. Shot one roll of film and then popped that back in the box, and I was like, I'm keeping this as a collector's item, which it does remain complete as a collector's item on my shelf. So I gotta whip that out and let me whip it out for you guys. Yes, John, exactly. Wait, what? How'd you... It's like a little shirt. Oh, well, it's not the shirt. That's like the emoji cat thing. But I got my little cat wearing sunglasses shirt. It's funny. On my Streamlabs, the image doesn't... Well, actually, that's probably because of how small I've squashed the chat. The chat cat. No, even without the chat all squished, the cat only shows up on the I guess I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it in Streamlabs, but it really I can only see the cat image on Twitch itself. Whipping out anything. Oh, I can whip out cameras. No, I will not whip out. No whipping out. Excuse me while I whip this out. No, nothing will be whipped. But that's the implication with that term, isn't it? When you're whipping it out. Cameras. Talk about whipping out cameras and lenses here, my friends. But I have been meaning to do a review of sorts, because it's a very unique camera, that Jack White Holga. It's like a collector's item for sure. I'm a pretty big Jack White Stripes fan, I must say. Oh, the weather here is terrible, by the way. I don't know if we're gonna get any good shots in this type of inclement weather. Ugh, this guy, dude. Yeah, I probably should have left the horizon. Here's what we'll do. Let's try to get a good shot. Let's just try to launch them this direction. Maybe I can get a good shot of top of the world. Something like this would be pretty cool frame. Top of the world in the storm with a body in flight. That might be cool. Oh, it's going to be hard to launch them all the way in that direction, but maybe we can get like a landscape. Ooh, chimney. Chimney shot. Got the chimney. Chimney for the win. AKA, probably wasn't going to be, it's not going to be a keeper. Let's just be honest. It's pretty hard to get good shots in this type of weather. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot this location, and then like I've mentioned in the past, if we're shooting in the ash heap, it's already a bad environmental biome. The biome is not great for photo imagery, but because it's already inclement weather, it's like it's fitting, right? Okay, chimney shot, another chimney shot, tight chimney shot. Oh, that might not be bad. The pose was okay. I'm still in danger. Who else is somebody else wants to negotiate? Yeah, you want to negotiate? Ooh, I meant to get Mothman eggs. I actually need these. I was talking about brain bombs. Told you guys I was gonna make some more brain bombs. I said this. I stated it. I don't like being a liar. Could be wrong. Your health doesn't look good. Okay. If you're not familiar with this game, okay.
Oh, great Mothman.
Yes, I have a low health. This is what this is what's called a low health build, or what is considered a low health build. So I keep my radiation. If you're really interested in this, and just stop me if you are not, but I run what is known as a low health build because the armor that I use, I get +3 to all of my stats except for endurance when my health is low. So I'm getting a giant buff for keeping my health this low for various reasons, because all of your stats increase a lot of your different attributes or aspects of your character. For instance, strength will give you an increased amount of space that you can carry items. It also augments your melee damage. And every single one of my stats, I'm not going to go over each one, but keeping my health low, basically it's on purpose. It's on purpose. Was that Raider doing a moonwalk? Dude, that is what's funny about a lot of this, is like the poses that these people take. They're suggestive of many things, and if you saw moonwalk, that's incredible, because that's I should probably keep an eye out for moonwalk type pose structure to the NPCs. By the way, how many photos do we have on the roll? Hey, here's our cool chimney storm shot. I don't know which one's better. I want to say this one where the person's isolated within that sky is feeling a little bit better. That cat is amazing, John. Yeah, I would love to know how you did that cat in the chat. If you've just been doing that for a long time. And also, what is that symbol? Like, what is that? What are those characters that I'm looking at? I thought it was like at first I thought it was an either like a Mandarin character or something, but I can't. It looks rad. It looks really rad. Talented artist. Yeah, well, duh. Duh, yeah. This shot's crap. I'll keep that one close up, but crap. Delete that one. Whoa. Whoa. Is that Zelda? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what... Dude, I can't tell who that is.
Look at that horse.
I'm gonna like back up and like see what that is. Nice horse. Yeah. I was like trying to squint and blur it, and then maybe it would make more sense, but I don't know what that is. That shot's crap. Crap shot. That shot's okay. Crap shot. Oof. Laser. Crap shot. Shot's okay. Shot's okay. Shot's okay. Shot's okay. Let's just keep moving. Yeah, on Streamlabs, it seems to get messed up. It's better on the Twitch. Those chat imagery, those beautiful chat images you guys are creating. ICC2, what are those called? Is that what it is? ICC2 images? Do you know what's that called? What's that? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Do you know what I'm thinking? Can anybody tell me? ASCII? Yes. ACS. ASCII. Is that what it is? ASCII? Thank you for saying ASCII, though. That's ASCII? I know it's something like that, dude. Okay? And you gave me a hint. But that's what... Yeah. Is that what I'm thinking? Am I at least on the right point? ASCII? Yes. Thank you. I never know until y'all help me. Okay, let's go to Ash Heap. I was promising y'all Ash Heap. We'll do Ash Heap region for like a second, and then I am going to wrap it up. I'm getting hungry, and I'm trying, again, if I want to order like some Jack in the Box or something. It does sound really freaking good. I'm going to be honest. Fast food sounds amazing right now. We always have some luck. Let's do Blood Eagles, so we'll do Sludge Works. The sludge. Yes. Who's that a picture of, though, Paxi? Is that a... I feel like I should know who that is. But I don't want to guess and look like a fool. Bah. Oh. Yeah, so I've never known who that is. And I have never wanted to admit it. I don't know what any... Pretty much... Okay. Hi, my name is Paul. I'm new here. I don't know anything about really all that much. I've studied composition and lighting my whole life. That is my area of expertise. I know. Hey, I know. And this is why I have my friends here to educate me. Because that's all I can hope for. That's all I can hope for. Is my friends. Look, I take pictures. I know. Y'all can educate me, and I will take the education very seriously. Oh. I know. Believe me, hey, if I didn't, here's what would have happened. If I didn't have respect for anybody, I would have said, yeah, I know, yeah, oh man, that guy. It's that guy. Oh yeah. It's that guy, of course. But you know what? I actually have way too much respect for myself and my friends than to be dishonest and lie. Oh, there's the body. There he is. Okay, where do we want to put him? Oh. Architecture. Oh, that could be a good shot. But yeah, I'm not gonna... Okay. Ignorance. Let's talk about ignorance for a second. It's an embarrassing concept. To be ignorant of anything is pretty embarrassing. And I have definitely struggled in my life with being able to admit my ignorance of things. And I've definitely been trying to get better about not feeling uncomfortable with admitting when I'm ignorant to something. And in all honesty, when people have been posting most of those little emojis, I've been wanting to say, like, what does that actually mean? You know, like, what is that? Is that, should I know? Is that like something? And it's an embarrassing concept to bring that up. But again, I also have some moral objections, some scruples. Who's this over here? I have some scruples when I'm, to lie to my friends. So, I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, but it's true. Ooh, fence, body, and sun. Ooh, that one is very impressionistic. Yeah, yeah. Dude, yes. Paxmore, yes. When we're together talking about... yeah, we can do some crash course stuff. Again, my name is Paul. Hi. How's it going? I'm new here. I have less than 50 followers. I am new. I love pretty much most things. I love a lot of things, okay? I did not really understand how to use the internet until I was like in my 20s, okay? Despite having many lessons in school on the internet, I recall very fondly, we had a whole Google lesson teaching us how to, yeah, okay. Exactly. So really, yeah. You say, oh God, teaching us how to use Google, and I definitely remember thinking, like, why would I don't use computers all that much. Why would I? This kind of goes into me not being a PC gamer as well. I think PC gaming and internet culture went very well hand in hand, whereas console gaming had no connection literally to the internet until generation 3 or whatever, that it became a normal thing for your console to be connected to the internet. I mean, I know that like even way back in like, I mean, they had, I think in Japan they had a lot more internet connectivity in relation to the gaming consoles than we did here in the Americas. But again, just internet in general, I could be completely wrong. This is a great demo of my knowledge. Gaming online with GameCube. Well, like with the original Xbox, I remember trying to play Halo. The original Halo, there was like an online component to it, but it was like it was like really clunky, and it had like, I don't know, it was like only really like a third-party support for online functionality or something. It's just like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Again, I'm new. SOCOM on PS2. Yes. I remember SOCOM being a big online thing. In fact, my Halo 2 clan leader was also a big SOCOM player. Was PS2 and Xbox One are basically the same. I mean, that's like the same level, right, of game console, essentially, generation-wise, right? I'm never going to know each generation wasn't a good user experience. Yeah, Right, yeah. Early online gaming was no fun on console for a very long time. Wish I could have hooked up my PS2 to the internet so I could have played Ratchet and Clank 3 multiplayer. Oh, that's sweet. I didn't even know they had... I think I have a Ratchet and Clank on one of my... Maybe one of my Xboxes. They gave away... There's I think one of the Ratchet and Clank games they gave away either on PlayStation or Xbox for free, and I still have to play it. Dude, if there's is there photo stuff in Ratchet and Clank? I'll play some Ratchet and Clank. If there's photo stuff, we'll find a way. Paul will find a way to Ratchet and Clank. Ooh, Cave Cricket? This is a stream first. Cave Cricket in flight. And we got one of them. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to do one more location. Nah, okay. Well, you might be surprised. Maybe you forgot, though. I don't know. Did you play all the Ratchet and Clanks? Maybe there's one that has some photo stuff in it. Again, I will find a way. Even if it's just like the most limited amount of photo content within the game, I'm going to dig it out. Because... as we've seen with, I want to say the most proper illustrated example of me digging out some photo stuff from a game would probably be the Stardew stream, where we do the How to Marry a Photographer, which I do plan on starting that season again. All right, you played 1, 2, and 3. Gladiator, the Ratchet and Clank movie game. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you know, just keep that in mind. And as always, anybody who has suggestions for games that have photo elements in them, I absolutely love suggestions. And obviously, desiring this to be a fruitful business of gameplay with photo elements, I absolutely love suggestions. So let me know if you do have any games that have just like the smallest bit of photography in them. It could just be a character that's a photographer. Another thing, one of the games on my list, for instance, is Final Fantasy 15, which does have a character that is essentially your like journalist companion, photographing all of your adventures while you're playing the game. And even outside, you can actually play as that character, because you can switch characters on your team, and you can play as that character. Prompto. Pretty sure his name is Prompto. I should know this. Anyway, there's a really sweet photo system in Final Fantasy 15, and I do wish to play that and again build a photography in Final Fantasy 15 video, encapsulated game video to explain all the photography in that game. So anyway, keep that kind of stuff in mind, because I love suggestions very much. And I was hoping when you're sitting Ratchet and Clank, I was hoping there would be some kind of photographic element in there. But it's cool if it's not. Again, I'll shoehorn some photo stuff in there. Ooh, we got some mansions. Oh! I think I took that one like a second too late. Just kill that turret. Oh. And the body goes up. Not far enough. It's kind of interesting playing with this new lens, though. Shooting with this new lens. Oh, there's the sunset. Okay. Let's try to get like one good shot, maybe. There's always these people over here doing rambunctiousness. Ooh. Ooh, okay, that shot's okay. Oh, here we go. I can make this happen. I can make this happen. Ooh. The sun's kind of gone now. Two for, though. Two for opportunity. Nope. Oh, the sun's down. Damn it, dude. Okay. Y'all got me talking about games. I'm kidding. It's fine. Again, I was like kind of wrapping up anyway. This is all good. Hey, we passed our 800th view. I'm at 801 views on my stream. That's kind of a monumental thing, right? I guess. Dude, that guy's gone. Oh, there he is. These little pieces of ash are just so hard to avoid thinking that they're actual bodies. Okay, I'm gonna try to compose it with this awesome structure here. Oh, that was the piece of ash I was talking about. Okay, there he is. Boom. Got it. Reload. Okay, alright. Let's do a review. I'm getting really hungry, and I think I'm gonna order Jack in the Box. I think. I found a mod for Arma 3 that adds a digital camera as well as a film camera that might be in Argus. But it's a mod. Is that on PC? Or do they allow... Is there a mod system on console? There's a... in Bethesda's credit, in Fallout 4, there is a huge mod... What do they call it? There's a huge mods community... Independent developers or independent creators can add some cool stuff. I haven't played around with that too much. That's a good... You're bringing up a good point, though. At least in Fallout 4, I should check if there are any sweet photo mods in there. Only a PC game. Okay, I should have known that. Ignorance at its best. You heard it here first. Either way, that brings up a good point. I should check in Fallout 4. Creation Club. Thank you. That was the word. That was what I was looking for. Yeah, Bethesda has Creation Club, and I have not checked. I mean, there's so many mods in there now. Last time I went into the menu, I got overwhelmed and I was like, I'll check this out later when I was getting ready to do the Fallout 4 stream, which again, we kind of just started. Yes, you have to kind of, it's like, yeah, there's a currency that they want you to buy to purchase those mods, which I love that it's like an independent person, and I don't know how that works. But at least it's like people can create stuff for the game and then hopefully make a little bit of money off of their creation. That's kind of fun, right? But yeah, you do have to, there's a currency that you have to buy to purchase the mods. Either way, it's good to check out in terms of getting some photo stuff, because there could be an entire photo mod, camera mod that adds a very similar camera that we have in this game to Fallout 4. I'm not sure because I haven't checked that out. Lots of stuff, lot of jelly in these donuts that I gotta work on. What did I say? We're doing a review. And I'm ordering my Jack in the Box. I'd probably order McDonald's if it was open. I don't think McDonald's is open. I would donate to mod makers directly, but don't want to pay Bethesda, who will play the mod makers. Right, yeah, that's true. I guarantee they give them a very a very slight cut of whatever it is they're making. That's a good point. I wonder if you could contact them. Probably not directly and get it. Well, on PC, it's probably a lot easier to do stuff like that. Either way, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out for posterity and see if there's anything cool. Let's start at the beginning of the night for the review. So, we got this sweet shot of the Charleston Capitol building. Just the top dome and spire of this building with a scorched flying next to it. The shot actually came out kind of cool. I wish the dome was just a little bit further to the left side of the frame. There's a lot of negative space on the right side of the frame. And then I'd probably take that whole cluster on the right side and shift it maybe down and to the right a little bit if I had my way. But pretty sweet. We were shooting this for that one photo badge that we earned, which was kind of cool. That was kind of the get of the stream, was like earning that photo badge, I think, because I don't think I got too much stuff. No great moon shots tonight, unfortunately. I love the way that there's like that glint from the sun, just really adding an edge light to the left side of the dome of the Capitol building there. It looks really cool. And then we got this shot of No More Lonely Nights. Yes. Are you a photo fan? Athletico PR. Thank you for adding to the chat, by the way. I really appreciate it. If you like photo content and or Fallout content and or especially photo content related to Fallout, this is a great place to be. You're my Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I do everything in the light of calling the Mothman, of course. Which this shot, by the way, I'm pretty stoked. Day or night, I'm always here. Oh, nice. Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. I do love these shots, by the way. We're wrapping up, by the way, Athletico. I'm on my review of what we shot so far tonight on the stream. So thank you for joining us so late, but we are also going to wrap up. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to demonstrate more of what we do, although I'm reviewing, so this is a good example. This is probably one of these shots are probably going to be the shot of the night. I want to say one of these shots of the Mothman cultist on top of that little structure, that little plank on top of the church with that moon. Oof, and the stars. Oof. I know it's going to be tough. I'm not going to delete anything right now, though. I'll keep all of these until I have to delete them. I also want to back these up. Between these two, they're very similar except for the pose. And both those poses are actually pretty cool. I think that one of them standing, one of them, the first one here, they're actually in motion, so that's interesting. But then at the same time, this one when they're actually standing still and posing, their eye line would be looking at the starscape behind them. So that kind of makes me like the one where they're stopped more because the viewer, in my opinion, is going to want to look where their eye line is headed. And when you have this image of them walking off the plank, you're going to follow their eye line to the right, and that is the end of, that's really not going to lead you to anything but the end of the frame. Whereas this one, you come to them, and then you follow their eye line a little bit, and that brings you into the image more, and might even lead you up into where that moon is settled at the top of the sky, that beautiful moon. But I don't know. I'm not going to delete either one. It's just going to be hard for me to choose between those two. And then this one as well. I actually like, again, they are walking this time, but at least their eye line is looking into the image. Not saying you can't compose with the eye line looking out of the image at the far side of the frame. That can be interesting as well for a certain effect. But here, I like it better. Again, their eye line looking into the frame, and then your eye line is going to follow where they are looking. Again, that's going to lead you up towards the moon, I think. I would think. And then there they are after we've flown them. This shot actually came out pretty cool. I kind of wish the spire was not stacked up as much with the body in flight, as well as the Mothman constructs, those like molded tree branches and stuff, whatever those structures are that they build. I don't know what I would call those. Those bouvwax, like bouvwax. But this shot's pretty sweet. That shot's pretty sweet. I really wish the moon was had the silhouette of the body in front of it, but that's fine. I actually also like the way that the cloud is kind of riding up towards the moon. Like if you follow the line of the cloud where the body is and you follow that up, then you find the moon in there. But a lot of negative space on the right side of the frame, and especially the top right corner, not much going on. So either if that body was filling in some of that void in the top right side, that would be great. Or had I just panned to the left a little bit, and then the body had been in the moon, or actually if I panned drastically to the right rather, and the edge of the frame was at the point where that cloud was just rolling down, that would have been great. And then the body on the left side of the frame, that could have been cool. But as it is, we'll keep it. There's one of those sweet Abandon All Hope totems. Unfortunately, we can't read that it says Abandon All Hope, but we do have the moon in there. Those power lines don't bother me that much because I think they read pretty well as power lines. There's a little bit of blood on the lens, so it's not that great. I like where the body's positioned, though, in terms of balancing with all the other stuff in the frame. It's not a bad spot. But it also feels a little messy, a little bit too much going on. I'm kind of a fan of simplicity. And this is a little bit too complicated. There's a little bit too much going on. If we took out the trees and the power lines, which I know I said the power lines were okay, take out the trees, the power lines, and the blood on the lens, it would have felt like a much cleaner frame, and it would have felt a lot better, in my opinion. So, as it is, again, we're going to keep it for now. And this shot's kind of trash. This is definitely going to be a delete. We're going to get rid of this. Probably on one of the earlier streams, this would have been pretty sweet, but for now, it's like, eh. This shot's okay. Kind of same story as the last one. Would have been great on one of the first streams, but eh. This shot's all right. We don't do many. This is unique because we got this storm in the background. You can see that rainfall coming down in the distance. That's kind of cool. That's not something that we get in the shots very often. And then that body, that silhouette, just really light on that top right corner. I like where the body is placed in relation to everything else. It's in a perfect spot. There's a little bit of blood on the lens, just in the top center of the image. So I don't think it's the best. But I'm gonna keep all of these for now. I was trying to decide between these two earlier, and here's what I'm noticing right now is that this first one does have a lot of blood on that right side of the frame, top right, whereas this second one does not, and the body is posed within that void of the sky. I know my image is kind of blocking that a little bit on this second shot, but that body... The body's like, you know, it's in a better position. So I'm going to say I'm probably going to delete this one. And then this one will maybe be a keeper. Or at least keep and download image. This shot's eh. That shot's eh. I remember this one being kind of tight. Kind of tight. In terms of the timing to get this shot. What is this one? There's not even a body. Is there a body in there? Oh, I see it. The body's kind of on top of that tree on the left side of the frame. There's like a... you can just barely see that body just kind of hanging on the tree. That one's going to be deleting for sure. First, there's a cave cricket in flight. That's cool. Cave cricket with a little bit of ash. That's total crap image. That's going to be gone like immediately next time. Here again, my image is actually blocking up my man in flight there. It's actually kind of a cool shot of the mansions in the ash heap with a body. That pose is okay. I kind of wish the farthest right mansion was not cropped out as much, but that's fine. I would just have loved all three of them to have been contained within the image. Like all of them are holding within the frame of the image, except for that far right one, which is just getting bitten into on the right side of the frame. But that's fine. That's fine. As a bloody lens, this shot actually would have been okay because you get that beautiful sunset in the bottom right third corner ish. Although it's hard to tell, those blood. This is a good time to not have blood on the lens, because the blood on the lens is actually kind of distracting from that sunset. Those blood spots look very similar to how that sun looks going down. So it actually is, it makes it harder to tell that there's the sun setting in the background. So that's probably gonna get deleted too. Like this is a better shot of that sunset, although I wish I zoomed in. There's a lot of negative space in the periphery, and I could have zoomed in just like another 20% there to crop out a lot of that empty space and still maintain the primary elements of the composition. But as it is, it's eh. And then I shot this because I thought the body was falling as it was a piece of ash, but it's no. And then there we have the body finally falling into the frame. I actually don't mind this one. This one's pretty cool. I like that structure. I love big excavator machines like that. They're really cool. That's not bad. The color looks pretty cool. It's a good time of day. Just after sunset, twilight. It's all right. And that's the last shot. Is it the last shot? It is the last shot we got. So what is going to be our shot of the day? It's probably going to be, like I said, I kind of knew, I kind of thought and felt when I took this, one of these was going to be, and like I said, I think it's going to be this one. It's a cool piece of architecture. The moon looks really cool. I love that we had that person walk that plank, because I was taking this shot, or a similar shot. I think I recomposed a little bit before I noticed that person was walking out to the edge of that plank. So when that happened, it really added that special element to this image. I kind of wish there was a little bit less room on the right side of the frame. I might have been better to tilt up a little bit, pan to the left a little bit, and then had I had the ability to zoom in a little bit, I would have done it. But unfortunately, the zooms, they're done in steps on these cameras, so I have a limited choice. I am glad that we swapped lenses though, and we're playing around with the 2 different focal length choices. I'm going to be interested to see how that works out and if I like one versus the other. But anyway, this is definitely the shot of the night for sure. I will say that right now. Kanawha Cemetery Church with Mothman cultist observing the moon. Very cool, in my opinion. Imho. In my humble, in my honest, yeah. What would be the runner-up, though? I also like this shot. I almost wish this shot had that pose. Although, again, because the eye line is looking in on this shot, it's not as big of a deal. It's just that, again, I've talked about many times the limbs stacking up on the people and how that makes it a little less obvious that that's an actual human body that you're looking at. In this shot that I said, again, was our shot of the night, you can tell that the arms are kind of spread out a little bit. The legs are both obvious. Whereas this one, we're looking at a profile, so all the limbs are stacked up. And it's hard to tell what they're doing. I mean, I can tell what they're doing, but I think that most people would not understand what's happening there. But I like that the face of that side, that elevation of the church, is kind of fully forming that front bottom left corner, like that whole thing. I like the texture of that side of the church. And so if that NPC had been facing that direction, this one would have been better than this one, I think. Oof. My character's hungry and I am hungry. So anyway, yeah, that's it. We got some good stuff. No moon silhouettes, no sun silhouettes, but that's fine. We're going to keep going for those on subsequent streams. We still got a couple keepers. I might keep like this image. Maybe I should try to keep the shot of the night. Maybe that's what I should be trying to definitely keep when I'm filtering these. Maybe always keeping the shot of the day. That's a good example of the best of the best. But my mind might change between sessions, so I don't know. I just don't know. What's my person doing? I got free range popped. I was seeing if there's anything I could AFK while I'm wrapping up, but I don't think so. Let's play the banjo. Are they gonna come attack me? Maybe. Okay, hang on. Let me take these guys out. Maybe I'll shoot like one more photo. Nope, he died. Okay, that's fine. He died and he did not fly. Yeah, let me play my banjo. We got some background music. Add some background music to it, to the wrap up. Good sesh. Again, none of the celestial body images that we really strive for, but still proud of what we got. We got a couple, at least 1 or 2 keepers in there. And as easy as this does seem, sometimes it does feel easier than others to get a good keeper shot. I love it when we have these. Actually, I really do enjoy when we have these nights when we don't get very many good shots, because that reminds me of how challenging this is and how much luck is needed to get those good shots. I mean, everything really does have to line up for those shots to come out well. So when it doesn't happen, it actually kind of encourages me to shoot more because I want to get those good shots. So hope it was entertaining and fun to watch. Again, despite maybe not getting any real good ones. I feel like I haven't had any amazing shots for a while. No moon shots. Again, no moon shots, no sun shots. At least no perfect moon or sun shots for a while. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep shooting. We're gonna keep trying, and we will attain some perfection eventually. I don't think any of the shots we got are perfect. But what photograph is, I don't know. I hope you all enjoyed that. Hope you all had fun. I really hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. It is the weekend. You deserve to relax and enjoy yourself. Get out there and shoot some photos, okay? Take some pictures. Express yourself. As always, love yourself, love others, and love life. Be good. Do not lose your dinosaur. In my case, my dinosaur is just image creation of some kind. Photographic, motion, storytelling, whatever. I love the creation of an image. So get out there, shoot some photos, shoot some video, do some cool stuff. If you want to share what you shot in a place other than Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, we have a pretty sweet Discord community. Am I spelling that right? Discord. And I love seeing other people's images posted. So obviously happy to check out anybody's work that wants to share it on the Discord. I would love to see some awesome creativity go down on there. So please, if you wish, share what you got. I'd love to see it. Or just hang out and have some fun. Post some funny stuff. Post some memes. Everyone loves memes. Post some memes on there. I don't know. And again, if you've missed previous episodes of our photography series here, both in Fallout or Zelda or Spelunky, the big three, most of what we do here ends up on YouTube eventually. And there are some plans to do some more well-produced videos explaining in depth the kind of photography that we can achieve in these games. Again, a lot of what we do, I mentioned this earlier, but a lot of what we do on the stream is kind of just building our ideas for those produced videos that will describe and encapsulate everything that has to do with the photography in this game. And so that's kind of what we're working on when we do this. But it's a lot more fun to do it with everybody watching and with everybody's input and suggestions. I look at this as a collaboration. It's not just me doing it. I like that everybody's kind of a part of it. So, yeah, hope everyone had some fun, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, please. You deserve to have fun. Yeah, again, shoot some photos, though. Shoot photos. Whether you share them or not, express yourself, capture your life, and enjoy it. I love you all. Thank you all, and I will see you next week. We'll definitely do, most likely, we will do Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Fridays are kind of the sure thing when it comes to my streaming, as Thursdays and Fridays are kind of like the main days that I'm adhering to, but I also have some stuff that I usually do Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays as well, or at least some things that we have done previously on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I just haven't done any of those, at least this year yet. We haven't done Marriage Mondays. We haven't done Texture Tuesdays, which are our real life photo shoots that we do here in the studio. And we definitely haven't done any Right with Light Wednesdays, which I think would basically just be the, I know I call the photo shoots Right with Light as well, but Right with Light was originally when we did our photo edits of past images that we're, just re-editing and sharing for the first time, things that I haven't gotten around to sharing for so long. So I plan on doing some more of those as well. But again, next week, definitely Thursday, Friday. If not at least if I don't do both the days, one of the days will probably happen. So I hope all of you can make it. Again, enjoy your weekend, please. That's the main thing, is for you to enjoy your weekend. That's all I care about. Enjoy your weekend, have fun, relax. And I'll see y'all next week. Thank you all. Goodbye all. Peace all. Chill out all. All of you. Relax. 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 All. Thank you all. Why am I all caps? Caps all. No caps all. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Peace.